Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As 1,000 Pound Sisters fans have seen, Amy Slaton has had a whirlwind romance with Brian Laverne. Viewers saw Amy and Michael Halterman split not long after they welcomed their second child. From there, Amy was forced to confront the daunting reality of being a single mother to two young children. Amy Slaton Halterman put herself back on the dating scene not long after her split from Michael Halterman, and many 1,000 Pound Sisters fans called her out for dating too soon. The way that many 1,000 Pound Sisters fans saw things, she should have been focusing more on being a mom to her two boys and not focusing on trying to find men. However, it did not take long for her to find Brian Laverne, and the pair moved at a fast pace. So much so that Tammy Slaton, Chris Combs, and other family members like Amanda Halterman called Amy out and told her she should put the brakes on. There was even the infamous camel bite incident where authorities eventually found illegal substances in the vehicle. Amy Slaton and Brian Laverne get married with Halloween wedding. In the last season of 1,000 Pound Sisters, Brian Laverne popped the question and Amy Slaton accepted. Even though the rest of her family believed that she was moving too fast, Amy Slaton went full speed ahead and she said she wanted a spooky wedding from the jump. Based on pics making the rounds online, the 1,000 Pound Sisters pair made it official with a Halloween wedding, and there are several pics making the rounds from the big day. Speaking exclusively to about tying the knot once again, Amy said, "Getting married means that I'm no longer lonely because I've discovered my soulmate. Brian is my happy place. Once you get to know him, you'll find him to be the sweetest, most caring person you'll ever have the pleasure of knowing. Not only did he capture my heart, but he also won over my boys, and not many men out there will accept a single mom with two energetic boys." 1,000 LB Sisters. Fans react to Amy Slaton's wedding. With Amy Slaton Halterman making it official with Brian Laverne on Halloween, many commenters chimed in with plenty to say about Amy, her new husband, and her big day. One commenter said, "Amy looks great, but YTF Tammy wearing jeans and a sweater to her sister's wedding?" A second person added, "Not going to lie, Amy looks stunning in that dress." What do you think of Amy Slaton making it official again? Let us know in the comments below. When Amy Slaton finally walked down the aisle again, it wasn't in the traditional white lace, nor under the glittering chandeliers of a grand hall. There were no crystal champagne flutes stacked high, no formal ice-sculpted swans guarding a buffet line, and no tuxedoed waitstaff whispering in the wings. Instead, the 1,000 Pound Sisters star married in a way only Amy could. Heartfelt, unconventional, delightfully chaotic, and deeply, unmistakably hers. Fans have followed Amy's emotional journey for years, from heartbreak and health struggles to motherhood, self-discovery, and new love. But nothing prepared the internet for the whirlwind of joy, tears, laughter, and quirkiness that surrounded her one-of-a-kind wedding day. And yes, the photos broke the internet. A ceremony like no other. The setting? A rural Kentucky field bordered by towering oaks and wildflowers, dotted with mason jar lanterns and fairy lights that glimmered like fireflies. Instead of classical strings, guests arrived to a playlist that swung from country ballads to 2000s love songs, a bit of gospel, and a generous sprinkle of quirky TikTok tracks. If traditional weddings are whispers and pearls, this one was a joyful shout, loud, colorful, messy, real, and unapologetically Slaton style. Amy wore a dreamy pastel blue gown sparkling under the warm autumn sun. It was soft, whimsical, and ethereal, a Cinderella in country boots look that surprised everyone who expected conventional white. Her dark hair was curled loosely, pinned with delicate pearl clips, and crowned with a halo of baby's breath. Her bouquet? A cascade of wildflowers, sunflowers, and pale roses, tied with sentimental ribbon, one strand embroidered with the names of her sons, Gage and Glenn. "It ain't gotta be white to make it pure," Amy reportedly told cameras during a confessional moment. "My love story ain't traditional, so why the dress gotta be?" A twist on tradition. The ceremony began at golden hour, that magical moment when sunlight melts honey gold across the fields. Guests stood instead of sitting, forming a circle around the bride and groom to symbolize unity and protection. There was no owl runner, just grass, earth, and love. Instead of a classic bridal march, Amy walked to a haunting instrumental version of Dolly Parton's "I Will Always Love You," a song that drew chills and tears across the field. Beside her, not a flower girl, but her boys, tiny suits, matching suspenders, tiny ring bearer boxes, and the unmistakable pride of knowing their mom was starting a new chapter. Gage held her hand. Baby Glenn toddled proudly beside them, carrying a soft plush sunflower instead of flowers. As he occasionally waved it like a victory flag, guests giggled through tears. Meet the groom. Her husband, whom fans have lovingly dubbed Mr. Sunshine to protect the privacy of the real individual in this fictionalized story, stood teary-eyed and visibly moved the moment she appeared. Tall, warm-hearted, humble, and loyal, he is a man who found love not in perfection, but in authenticity. He wore a slate gray suit with a denim vest and a sunflower pinned to his lapel, a sweet, homegrown touch that matched Amy's rustic fairy tale theme. Rumors once swirled about Amy's future after heartbreak and single motherhood. Could she love again? Would she ever trust again? Now the answer stood before everyone, beaming, nervous, and deeply in love. As Amy reached him, he whispered, "You're home." She mouthed back, "Forever." Vows that made America cry. The vows were handwritten, short, and unguarded. Amy spoke first, her voice shaky but strong. "I spent a long time thinking I was hard to love, but you told me love ain't earned, it's shared. It's shown. It's grown. You don't just want me. You see me. All of me. And I promise to spend my life seeing you right back." Her groom wiped a tear. So did half the guests. Then he spoke. "You don't just love loud, you love brave. You love real. You made a family before you ever met me, and I'm honored you let me join it. I don't want to change a thing about you. I just want to be part of everything with you. No cheesy lines. No rehearsed grandeur. Just heart." The officiant, a close family friend, smiled as the sun kissed the horizon behind them. They exchanged rings made from hammered gold and hand-engraved with tiny sunflower designs. And when the words "you may now kiss" came, the field erupted. Not because of the kiss, but because Tammy, seated proudly in the front, yelled, "Girl, don't smudge your lipstick. We paid for that makeup." The laughter was instant and pure. Tammy's proud sister moment. For fans who followed Tammy's own journey, her presence alone was emotional. Health battles, personal growth, loss, transformation, she's lived through it all. To see her there, confident, glowing with pride, snapping selfies in her sparkly lavender dress, it hit viewers right in the heart. At one point, Tammy hugged Amy tight and whispered something caught faintly by the mic. "We made it. Look at us now." The sisters who once fought through tears, fears, hospital rooms, rehab stay emotions, and family tension now stood hand in hand under the sunset, united, resilient, radiant. Reception with a Slaton twist. The reception was nothing short of a country fair meets family picnic dream. Food trucks serving BBQ, fried catfish, mac and cheese, walking tacos, and funnel cakes, sweet tea and lemonade stands. Cupcake tower instead of a formal cake. A bouncy house for the kids, yes, and for some tipsy adults too. Mason jars filled with firefly-like string lights. Rustic picnic blanket seating mixed with farmhouse tables. The first dance? A gentle sway to "Speechless" by Dan plus Shay. Midway through, her sons toddled in and wrapped around her legs, and no one stopped them. No one wanted to. Later, the DJ switched things up and suddenly, the crowd was line dancing, cheering, and wiping tears between belly laughs. It felt less like a celebrity wedding and more like family, because that's who Amy has always been to fans. The wedding photos everyone is talking about. The photos from the day flooded social media at midnight, and fans lost their minds. Some favorites include Amy in her blue dress, barefoot on the grass, sons hugging her knees, Tammy adjusting Amy's veil with sisterly pride, the couple laughing mid-vow when a nearby goat bleated loudly, Gage carrying the sunflower like a sword of honor, a candid shot of Amy and her groom eating funnel cake together, the slow-motion confetti toss at sunset, golden, glowing, magical. The most viral shot? A silhouette of the couple holding hands while her boys ran ahead with sparklers. A single caption underneath read, "Our forever starts now. A new chapter for Amy." In her final toast of the night, Amy held her glass high, apple juice in a mason jar, and spoke from the heart. "I thought my story was all about survival. Turns out, it's about living, loving, growing. This ain't a fairy tale ending, it's a real-life beginning." Her groom raised his glass. The boys clapped. Tammy honked a celebratory laugh snort that echoed across the field. And just like that, Amy Slaton began married life again, not chasing perfection, but embracing real love. The messy kind, the joyful kind, the everyday kind, the kind she truly deserves. Fans react. Online, reactions poured in. "I cried watching her walk down that field. She looks like a real-life fairy tale princess. Her boys stealing the show perfection. This wedding was so authentically Amy, and that's why it was beautiful." Tammy being there cheering? Crying. The world fell in love all over again with Amy's courage, warmth, humor, imperfections, and her refusal to ever give up on happiness. What's next for the newlyweds? No tropical honeymoon, no jet setting, no luxury resort selfies. Instead, the couple reportedly spend their first day as husband and wife, eating leftover cupcakes, watching cartoons with the kids, having a living room dance party, sitting on the porch swing under the stars, talking about the future, family, love, laughter, everyday life. A love story not about glamour, but about home. And maybe that's why fans love Amy so fiercely, because in a world obsessed with perfection, she chooses something better, real. Closing reflection. Amy Slaton, once a woman fighting for breath, health, and identity, now stands strong in joy and gratitude. Her journey has been raw, sometimes messy, often emotional, but always honest. Her wedding wasn't just a ceremony. It was a victory, a promise, a testament that healing, hope, and second chances are real. And most of all, that the girl from Kentucky who dreamed of love finally found it, forever this time.